Fresh off a win the season opener, the San Diego Loyal are back at home, welcoming in the old rival Phoenix Rising here to Torero Stadium. The first time here in 2023. Matchup this afternoon. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Cronin, first captain, first signing in Loyal history, Sal Zizzo, brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital here this afternoon. Early season standings saw San Diego get a win in their opener, 3 points, one for Phoenix. The Rincon Tribe bringing us our Western Conference standings.
Yeah, and always important to start off the season off the right foot. San Diego Loyal getting that win at home.
3 points for San Diego, a win over Detroit. How about Loyal? Pretty good in their home openers, going undefeated, 3 victories and the opening draw, the first ever game in franchise history. Jackson Simba leading the way last week.
Yeah, and that's a great finish from a young center back who earns Team of the Week honors after this goal. Charlie Adams with his patent left foot from the wing, whipping it in. Just a great goal to start the season off with.
3 in a row victory column for San Diego, and for Phoenix, they give up an early goal and then had to take one back with Danny Trejo after coming back down 1-0.
Yeah, it's important to get that road point. It's very tough in the USL to earn points on the road, and although I'm sure Phoenix wanted to get that win, a 1-1 draw isn't the worst thing in the world.
Did so behind Danny Trejo, who scored in the 74th minute coming off the MLS Championship with LAFC. Players to watch are brought to you by SDG&E. San Diego in match 2 gets back Alejandro Guido.
Alejandro Guido, the heart and soul for this attack. He's the number 10 playmaker. He's making his first appearance of 2023 after his red card in the playoffs. He's going to be looking good today.
And for Phoenix, we mentioned Danny Trejo. They get Jackson Conway from Atlanta. And how about Rocco Rios Novo as well, will be in net.
Yeah, coming from Atlanta United, he's Phoenix Rising's new starting keeper. He has his work cut out for him on the road against San Diego's big-time attack.
Full lineups are brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital. For San Diego, plenty of changes in their deepest roster ever.
Yeah, San Diego Loyal playing with their patent 5 in the back. They're going to look good defensively in this game, in my opinion. You got some fire off that bench with Elijah Martin and obviously the new signing, Ronaldo Damus.
MVP of the USL Championship title game 2 years ago is signed with San Diego here this week. We mentioned Trejo. He'll be up top for Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising in their formation, the 3-4-3. They got some familiar faces in Darnell King and Kevin Lambert, but yeah, they're going to rely on Trejo up top to score some goals. And
Jackson Conway will come off the bench as well for Phoenix. So we are ready to roll here this afternoon. First meeting for these teams. We've seen quite a bit of each other the last 3 years. We're going today in match number 2 of the 2023 season in San Diego.
Adventure awaits. USC Credit Union is now Blue Peak. From buying your first home to booking that bucket list trip, we're saving for your golden years. Blue Peak is here to support all of your life adventures, and we've been doing it for more than 85 years. Today, we are proud to serve broad and diverse communities and deliver the personalized service you deserve. So go ahead, blaze your own trail, and become a Blue Peak member today. Visit us online at bluepeak.com.
The thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that we've always stood up for what's right. Rincon was the first tribe to have gaming, so it's really evolved into something that benefits everyone. Our people benefited, we're up out of poverty. The local surrounding communities have benefited, they get additional services that we never had. When you have the opportunity to give back and help, you should step up. It's a responsibility to help others like we were helped. We were given a chance, we're paying back.
Now we're at a point where we are ready to grow in a real way.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. Some are bold. Others are complex. Some are, well, a little spicy. But at Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion. Salud.
San Diego and Phoenix, second match of the season here at Torero Stadium. Jack Cronin, Sal Zizzo with you in San Diego here today. Let's get to our keys to the match, brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers.
Yeah, for one, it'll be getting back to being loyal. They need to score some goals here tonight, get this place rocking. It'll be up to the new Phoenix Rising keeper to withstand those goals. And for the Loyal, it'll be containing Trejo. Look, he's their new signing. He's new Phoenix Rising's new signing. He had 14 goals for the Las Vegas Lights last season, and not even a full season. So it'll be interesting to see what they do to combat him.
Yeah, 18 the last 2 seasons, 14 to your point in just half a year before being called up to LAFC during the title run in Major League Soccer. Matthew Corrigan is our referee today in San Diego. Loyal in the Tory green, Phoenix in the whites. Sunday afternoon, ready to roll after the 1-0 victory, third straight year winning. Their home opener, San Diego will control first. Loyal with a new look from Nick Moon up top. They'll control possession. Moon will be on one wing-back side today. Blake Bodley is on the other for Nate Miller. In his first year as the head coach for Loyal, Tumi Moshabani is pushed forward into the striker position after playing the 10 a week ago. The return of Alejandro Guido. Good look from Conway early.
Something to note early on as well is you got Grant Stoneman playing the true center back role and Kyle Adams playing as the left center back, something that was sometimes flip-flopped last season for San Diego Loyal.
Those 3 true in the back line there. Kyle Adams, Grant Stoneman, Ebenezer Acone. And Sal's right, with Stoneman returning off, missing the first game after the red card in the final contest of last year. He's in the center back role, Ebby on the right, Adams on the left for San Diego, with Moon and Bodley as the wingbacks for Loyal.
Phoenix does great to break that press from Loyal right there. Into Trejo, who can turn.
And it's a new look for Phoenix as well. Kevin Lambert's been pushed back into the center back role. He's been playing as a defensive mid and playing so well both internationally and for Phoenix the last few years.
Yeah, he's been the staple for Phoenix Rising. He's had a lot of good seasons here and he's looking to continue that role. But yeah, Phoenix is in a new system, a 3-4-3, 5 in the back, however you want to look at it, but could be similar to the way Loyal plays.
Out for San Diego. And then, of course, in the midfield for Loyal, with Guido playing in his traditional number 10 role. Behind him, the captain, Charlie Adams, and Joe Corona, who's starting in his second match for San Diego. Former U.S. men's national team member. Player of the year at Sweetwater High out of National City. Koke Vegas in nets once more, second straight year for Loyal. Guido making an early turn. Guido lays ahead looking for Moon and was just shy.
Yeah, I think Guido wanted to actually hit that. It just was getting caught under his feet a little bit too much, and so he looked to kind of pass that last minute.
Now Moshabani with a turn. Tumi. And the official says play on.
Tough to tell if he got pulled down on that play there, but referee does say play on.
Loyal have had intense pressure here the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, and you can see it, just how high they press. You see Nick Moon play it right wing back, but...
And they're going to play advantage here.
Phoenix again does wonderfully to play out of that.
Advantage is being played. Phoenix on the run. Trejo. That wide for King. Into the box, Trejo with a bicycle attempt. It's still alive here. Quello. And Charlie Adams will clear for San Diego. Darnell King, his counterparts, the captain for Phoenix. Up with possession. Dino Crutzen. On the back line with Lambert. And Carlos Harvey. just scored an international duty with Panama. Emil Arteaga, formerly of Indy 11, on the left side, playing ahead. Well, with the cross, Koke Vegas will take down his first of the match.
Phoenix looking dangerous in the early going. Loyal, even though they're pressing, they're just being patient, playing out, finding that open man, and you know, the third and fourth presser for Loyal is just slightly late, and they're able to break out of these spots and get into dangerous spots. But here you see Nick Moon getting himself in a good spot, and Koke Vegas playing it. Guido's looking on right now. There it is.
Guido into the 18. Guido, it will force our first corner of the match. After Vegas started the run for Loyal. And it will be our first corner kick, brought to you by San Diego Community Power.
Great long ball from Vegas right there to spring Moon. And then another great run from Guido in behind. That's something you'll see a lot from Guido. He tends to play that number 10 role, but he doesn't just sit in there. He likes to make runs in behind. Runs a lot for a number 10.
Corona is going to send it in. Guido with the target. Ali will track it down. And is going to go high.
Yeah, Blake Bodley didn't show it there, but I played with him a few years ago. He's got a great left foot, very similar to Charlie Adams. So you'll see him whip in some good crosses there today.
And he's playing on the left wingback spot today for San Diego. Our injury report is brought to you by Synergy Orthopedics. And San Diego is getting back to full strength after the 2 red card suspensions a week ago into this match. So Loyal will be completely healthy. There are several players listed as questionable today for Phoenix.
It's a dangerous game that Phoenix is playing so far. They've been successful with it, building out, being patient, but all it takes is one slip up, one missed pass, and you see Conway almost picking that one off. I think Toomey actually maybe had a better case on that one, getting called for a foul than the previous one. But you just see how high Loyal is. I mean, they're pressing 3 players in their own box right now.
Very high press from San Diego to start this contest. Harvey. And Moon will come back to this one. Harvey. And a whistle.
I know Loyal won't be happy about that. Toomey feels like he had 2 fouls called, but I think Nick Moon just got beat to that ball. He tried to knock it past him and took him out just a little bit. Here you see some good defending. Just gets in front and right there just clips his foot.
Lamberts and Novo. Stoneman coming up to this one.
It's a great step by Grant Stoneman to read that.
What it keeps this possession in the attacking third for San Diego, where it's been the entire match.
Yeah, and you have to realize he's leaving Arteaga there in a dangerous spot, but he knows if he's gonna make that step right there, it's a do or die thing, and he's able to get there. Just keeps the ball with Loyal.
Guido. And again, just high for Moon this time. That's twice now. Guido could have maybe had the opportunity to go for it.
Yeah, and you know, he'll get there. It's his first game of 2023. Maybe there's still some jitters. He was out there watching the first game, I'm sure, and itching to get in there. And so there's, unlike some of these other guys who got 1 game under their belt, he's super excited for this one.
I mean, San Diego is ready to pounce here. They are coming at it as Phoenix is playing out of the back.
Yeah, and one of 2 things can happen here. It usually means a lot of goals, whether it's for Phoenix or Loyal. When one team is pressing that high and the other one is stubborn enough to try to play out of it, you're either going to break through it and have your chance at, you know, scoring a goal, or you're going to get picked off and it's going to go Loyal's way. So it'll be interesting to see how this match unfolds.
Moshabane.
Yeah, Moon started his run and just wasn't on the same page as Moshabani there.
So far, Phoenix has stayed with the build up out of the back. Acone, Ebby up with it.
I believe the referee was stopping play due to maybe a head injury.
Yeah, just looking to see if Varela had perhaps a head injury. They're going to take a look.
Just Acon going up there strong, and maybe takes a little bit to the back of the head there, but he's up quick.
And we obviously see it both in real time and on the replay that didn't, there was nothing bad, but if you're on the field and you're just making absolutely sure, given in all of sports what is happening, just making sure. With
the speed of play too, it's really tough for the referee, so I think he's just playing it safe there, which can't argue with that.
Because it's the last thing you want.
But back tactically, as Phoenix is trying to build up here, they're sending their wing backs super high, and their wingers like Trejo are coming more centrally and almost looking for that floated ball in from the center back position.
And there'll be a whistle here. So Acone, and the card issued as well for Phoenix.
That's some good strength by Ebenezer Acone.
So Ebby drawing the yellow on Varela. And it's our first of the match.
See here, just battling, getting that head. Not much there, I think that's fair, but right there just gets clipped. Actually, I think him slamming the ball down right there earns him the yellow.
So it's our first into the 12th minute. Shabani out wide for Bodley. Kyle Adams, who is about to go on international duty with New Zealand here in just a few days. Line for San Diego, and by the way, you see plenty of playing out of the back with Loyal, because that's what Koke Vegas can do so well with his feet.
Absolutely, it's someone that the Loyal trusts a lot with the ball at his feet, almost as another center back, as if Loyal didn't have enough on the field. So well, he's actually started plenty of attacks last season for him, and that'll look to continue.
Here's Guido. Chance at a counter for Phoenix. Harvey. All right, for Trejo. Top of the 18. Trejo with a left foot. Take it down by Stoneman.
Some good 1v1 defending there from Stoneman, just to stand him up.
Harvey trying to play it through, but how about the look from Stoneman going one-on-one with Danny Trejo?
Yeah, he's just patient, forces him onto his left foot. Really just had it under control the whole time. He knew he was going to block that shot. Good run there from Harvey. Stoneman, see, just forcing it. Doesn't even have to overextend himself, just blocks the ball. Makes sure not to let that shot go through his legs as well.
Ebby. And here is Vegas, as we mentioned, going back for San Diego.
Phoenix showing their side of the press a little bit there, pressing up high. I think it's something they're gonna do. Maybe not in every moment in this game, but when maybe they sense a bad pass or a backwards pass. I think that'll be the cue for them to go.
So here, Atiaga drawing the contact. You can buy the newest SD Loyal gear, including kits, the Charlie collection, and some unique designs you can't find anywhere else. It's all at the shop, both in Mission Valley, in person there at the shop, or online, theshop.sdloyal.com.
With Phoenix bringing their wingers in centrally, it leaves Akon and Kyle Adams, and here you see them picking off one.
Guido. They'll let go for Moon, who swings it back in.
Yeah, as I was saying, it leaves them with a decision. Do we step with their wingers that are cutting in centrally, or do we drop off and don't want to leave Grant Stoneman on an island in the middle? But it's a little bit of that cat and mouse game. Are they communicating with Joe Corona and Charlie Adams in front of them to block the passing angles into those players as well?
Zambrano on the turn. Bodley keeps it in play. We'll go all the way back to that Phoenix back line. Single match tickets are on sale right now. They start just $15 a match, including the next home game here at Torero Stadium on Saturday, April 8th. It's a 2 p.m. afternoon Saturday contest against Tulsa. Visit sdloyal.com/tickets for all the info. Conway. Moshabane. While defending now, Trejo will get a chance. Toomey back to it. I love the pace here early on. So much on both sides.
Yeah, these look like they're going to be two good teams in 2023. Obviously, Phoenix looking to bounce back after a down season last year, something that franchise is not used to having.
So much success in the USL Championship. San Diego a year ago, number 2 seed out west, hosting a playoff match for the first time, leading the Western Conference in scoring, number 2 in all of USL.
Hard step there. Guido may have taken a knee right in the lower back.
He's still down as San Diego plays on. And now they'll stop play to look at Guido, San Diego's number 10, down near midfield.
Yeah, well, may have been a fair challenge, but sometimes when you're a player on the field and you're waiting for that ball to come to you and there's a very strong center back coming in full speed, sometimes his knee could just catch you. Just looks like maybe his left knee simultaneous to the ball also kind of gets him in the thigh there. I think he'll be all right though. Something that won't hurt so much now, but maybe at halftime might tighten up a little bit. He's got to keep it loose.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
So Guido's back up for San Diego. And play will restart. Loyal will have possession. Guido is back on. Scoreless into the 19th minute. These two sides during the first couple of years of the franchise for San Diego, because of the way the schedule was, the pandemic and regionalized, play each other all the time. Guido playing it ahead now for Moon. Goes far. And they only played twice last year with San Diego winning both times.
Yeah, some of those COVID seasons and whatnot, you ended up playing a lot of the teams in the West Coast quite a bit over the course of 2 seasons, but last year with the Western Conference, just playing everybody twice, more the traditional route. Didn't see him play it as much.
San Diego picked up 6 points. Adams. Moon flicks it ahead, looking for Guido. Flag though is up. Guido cross net. Flag is up. Offside is the call.
You know, and I don't think it was Guido that was offsides. I think it was Conway. Conway kind of left it for him, but if the referee deems that he was a part of that play, then it is offsides. It is tough to tell. You know, I think when he lifted his flag, Conway was running towards the ball. Wasn't until just after he peeled away. Yeah, Guido clearly onside there, but Conway was not.
And he was close enough to it.
Yeah, he was close enough to it. He made an attempt to it, I think, and then he saw the flag maybe go up and said, "Oh, if I back away, maybe he'll put it back down." But
Blake Bodley sends it back for Stoneman. Corona out for Ebby.
and there's some passing lanes open for Loyal. They're just missing. They're not seeing some guys that are open. Maybe not the sharpest in the early going. Blake Bodley getting all the way out to this right-hand side. Needs to get back here as the ball's going to make its way to the left.
Phoenix has been good about switching sides. Bodley is a guy who was sent on loan to San Diego out of MLS by Portland. Came here, only played 3 matches, was immediately recalled, and now is signed back full-time.
Yeah, and I think, you know, he made an impression with those 3 games in those 3 weeks he was here. Good player, nice guy. Fit in well with the system and the players. I know they were sad to see him go so quickly in that moment, but obviously they're happy to have him back.
Back full-time with San Diego this year, getting his first start in 2023. That was back in the 2021 season. Bodley was here before. Lambert. Shifted a bit more toward the middle of the pitch. Goodson. Way on the turn, playing it ahead. Flag is up. Offside now against Phoenix. Back on the other side, so each attack earning the flag.
And you see Akon not knowing whether to drop there, whether to step with that winger who comes in centrally, and he was able to turn and face the Loyal in a dangerous spot right there. Good call from the referee, though. He's looking offsides there. But again, it's going to be key for Joe Corona, Charlie Adams to just get their body in the path of those players, because Kyle Adams and Akon are not going to be able to step with them every single time. They have to honor the winger on that side, even though Nick Moon and Blake Bodley are doing well to stay with them.
Harvey, he draws the whistle. San Diego was pressing early. They had come out with everything early on in the match. This is going to be out wide. Conway. I'm setting it for Bodley. Guido with a run, left, right for him. It's a good ball from Conway and out for San Diego. Right back at it, Conway. Leaves it for Guido. For the cross. And just taken down.
Great quick throw there from Guido.
Yeah, covered by going.
Yeah, as soon as that ball goes out of bounds, the quicker you can get it in, the more dangerous you'll be. I mean, you see here, just guys have their backs to the ball, thinking they're going to take their time, and boom, they're back off to the races. And obviously Guido would want that cross back. He's just trying to curl it in behind the defense there. Something that maybe mid-season he makes the perfect pass right there.
Leo Snowville getting to it. Here's that press again from Loyal.
Yep, and you see Nick Moon stepping all the way high, and that's what causes Akon having to get out wide there.
RV plays it ahead. Abby stepping in front for Guido. Adams. Up for Toomey. And it's going to go long.
That was the right look there from Charlie Adams. Just overhits it.
San Diego Loyal's 2023 Charlie Football Home, Away, and Goalkeeper kits are all on sale now. Visit the shop.sdloyal.com to get yours here today, including the Torrey Green home kits that they're wearing here this afternoon. Moshabane. Adams will swing it in. Oh, and Noble came out to it. Arteaga. And Abby gets to it, right back for Vegas. Abby.
Two consecutive nice plays there from Ebby.
Wow.
If he had just completed that last pass, that would have been the trifecta.
Went left on an island too, and coming back with all that. Varela. There's Trejo. Get the one look early on the good cross that Vegas was able to get in front of. Varela.
There you see Trejo drop into that spot. Charlie not able to shift to block that. Bodily with some nice 1v1 defending to win it back. And
put himself between the attacker and the ball. Contact on Uzo. Scoreless into the 28th. Varela.
Phoenix starting to dictate the game a little bit.
Trejo ahead. Arteaga and Stoneman. They'll clear it away.
Not many options in the box there for Phoenix.
Phoenix getting ready for the first corner here. San Diego's back at it at home here on Saturday, April 8th. against FC Tulsa. It's the next home match for San Diego. First corner for Phoenix. Headed free, it was Guido who got in there. Another bicycle attempt, second of the game. Lambert, high into the air, still going. And Guido will clear.
Thought we were gonna see 2 bike attempts
in
a row.
He had the opportunities there. So San Diego comes back home on April 8th against Tulsa. Tickets start at just $15. They're on sale now. The first 2,000 fans get a free SD Loyal baseball shirt. SDLoyal.com/tickets, 858-465-GOAL, SDLoyal.com/tickets. First 2,000. San Diego Loyal shirt coming through against Tulsa on Saturday afternoon. Remember, it's a 2 o'clock contest on April 8th.
Yeah, Loyal, I think, is just they're caught a little bit right now in between pressing or not, and it's not something you want to get stuck in between, because that's when you get carved around.
Another good look from Ebby. Breaks up the attempt from Varela. 30 minutes gone by. Not wide. Crutzen. Back with it. Trying to play it through, and Stillman will break it up. Ron chips it ahead, looking for Guido. Oh, he nearly carried it with him. Put it in the suitcase. Now ahead. Conway. With a chance to cut it back. Conway. And finally dispossessed.
Yeah, it's moments like that, though, when Loyal can get the ball in their end. That's when they can really push their whole team up to really put the game in their end. But here you see Corona, who just springs Conway here and spins him around a little bit, but just stays patient. Good defending there.
Arbiter off the contact. Restart for Phoenix. Tiaga's the target. And there'll be a whistle here. So the whistle is blown ahead of the potential goal scoring opportunity.
You know, he did just wrap his arm around his neck there. Grant Stoneman pulls him down. Just kept his body there, just pulls him down a little bit. Probably didn't even really have to use his arm there. He was able to skip around him. But yeah, no, definitely a foul. Pulls him down there.
So it remains 0-0. 33rd minute. Moon with a heavy touch. Lambert and Harvey switching sides.
Phoenix's possession has just made it difficult for Loyal to press so often. I think they're just getting tired, and it's tough to put the numbers up there, commit to it if they're able to just play out of it more often than not.
Arteaga leaves it, and Vegas will take it down on a fine attempt from Uzo, left from Arteaga.
Getting some good ball movement there from Phoenix, who then gets that shot off with his left foot.
Phoenix back with possession here. Trejo turns, and Moshavani steps in front. Trejo gets it back though and fires with the right foot high.
Just leaning back from that shot, Trejo.
If you're looking for flexibility and a great deal on Loyal tickets for this season, take 4 or more home matches. Your choice for 2023. Enjoy exclusive benefits with a flex plan. stloyal.com/tickets to lock in your flex plan today.
Yeah, Phoenix just flipping the script on Loyal right now, pressing their goal kicks. Loyal's having a tough time getting out of this. Here we go. Here's Charlie kind of pushing the pace a little bit in a good way. But again, Phoenix just so patient, able to get out of this. And good tackle there from Joe Corona.
Corona's a guy, what an offseason signing for San Diego. With that midfield role, oddly chasing into the box. Stoneman will clear for Loyal. Guy who played in 3 Gold Cups, won 2 of them, 23 appearances with the national team. Sweetwater High CIF Player of the Year in the section. And for years in Tijuana, we're coming back here to San Diego.
Yeah, what a career he's had so far, and he's going to look to build on that here with Loyal. Hopefully, one day I'm sure he's hoping to add a USL Championship to his name with his hometown.
That was one of the things you talked about with Darren Smith and Jordan Carruth. They had him on the Always Loyal podcast. And when he was making a decision out of San Diego State to go pro, there was no team at this level in San Diego. Long range here is going to go wide. So he went to an open tryout with Tijuana and made the team. That's how good he was, coming just off 1 year of college soccer at Sweetwater High and SDSU. Open tryout makes the team with the Cholos. But that opportunity was not in San Diego, as you know, to come here now and play for your hometown team.
Yeah, and now there's a pathway to this type of team, and you see Duran Ferry playing with the U17 national team and being the backup keeper here in San Diego, and someone that the Loyal trust to play in a game even at the young age of 16, 17 years old. So there's that path for those young players who are local kids. And
it's taken down all the way through for Moon, still alive. Whistle here, yellow issued, but it's going to go to Moon for the flop in the box.
Yeah, he does go down and tries to earn the penalty there. I'm going to have to see it again to see if there was some contact. Tough to see if he got him with his knee maybe on the outside of his thigh, but maybe went down a little bit easy.
So on the restart, it'll go to Phoenix. But to your point, Duran Ferry, who's now the backup keeper here, national team duty on the U17 side.
Yeah, and young players like, Alejandro Guido, or, even a Brandon Vasquez, who's doing really well with FC Cincinnati and scored a ton of goals and now is in the national scene. He's a kid from East Lake Chula Vista area, and a lot of those kids all went to go play for Cholos because that's kind of the only professional environment there was back then. And now there is the San Diego Loyal. And so I think if you start to get more and more kids to buy into the process of then getting pulled up to the first team and then, using it as a springboard to then move on to wherever you want, or if it's here, you can stay here. I mean, there's just so many options, whereas when Joe Corona was a player growing up in San Diego, or when I was a player growing up, there weren't many.
CJ Foder's a great example as well.
Yeah, CJ Foder, a player who, in similar fashion to Joe Corona, spent a season at San Diego State, had a very good freshman of the year for Pac-12, and got drafted by Austin FC of the MLS in the first round. So credit to him for having such a good season with San Diego State and then moving on.
A little bit of rain starting to fall here in this first half. San Diego and Phoenix. Much bigger storm, Sal, coming in this week here.
Yeah, rainy San Diego all of a sudden. I'm not so sure I've seen this much rain here.
We're on the 40th minute here as that one goes wide. And it's presented by Sequan. Happy 40th anniversary to Sequan Casino Resort, the official casino partner of San Diego Loyal. Celebrate all year at Sequan with promotions, entertainment, special events. Sequan.com for all the details on their 40th anniversary. And much more rain coming in this week. This is the light early part of the storm.
Hopefully it's the end for the...
Had these atmospheric rivers, Sal.
I mean, I remember there were times where it was only a few days a year in San Diego. Now it's, this year I feel like it's been 40, 50 days. It's crazy.
Just light though, light rain.
Light rain.
Not light rain.
Yeah, we're not in Seattle or Portland here.
Right.
I'm just perfect weather really for soccer today.
Totally. Temperature-wise, you know, it's great. And this being an afternoon contest, we won't quite have the heavy air, the mist that we saw in the opener as you have played in here so close to the ocean.
Yeah, it's been overcast pretty much anywhere in San Diego today.
On the turn, Trejo. Looking for Arteaga. And Coque Vegas will come out. Check on Arteaga real quick. And Vegas comes to it. Yeah. Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. SelectSportAmerica.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select is the player's choice.
Bit of a contusion there. I think Coque Vegas just coming in with as strong as a goalkeeper should to protect himself. Kind of goes through his shin right there.
Good news is it didn't look like there was any sort of twisting or anything like that for Arteaga, so that's great to see. He's going to jog off.
Yeah, you always wonder in those situations if your ankle kind of gets pinned.
Correct. Right, and it didn't look like that, so that's great.
Yeah.
He's going to come back on. So Arteaga's back on full strength. Final few minutes here in this opening half. Play it here with Phoenix as Joe Corona steps in front, sending ahead for Moon. Don't miss a minute of the action here in 2023, whether your club's at home or on the road. Nearly every second of the USL Championship is on ESPN Plus, the home of the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, even UFC and more at ESPN Plus. Sign up at plus.espn.com. Ahead for Conway. He'll take a shot. Conway! San Diego strikes first.
And just like that, Charlie Adams picking off that ball in the middle, plays a quick ball into Conway, who does a lovely turn and gets the goalie leaning far post and just pounds it at the near post. It's a great finish. Here you see Charlie Adams just touch and play through that first touch from Conway. You see most strikers here would just look to hit that far post, but I think Conway, with his experience at scoring goals at a high level, just knows to hit this one low and hard, and goalkeepers really got no shot.
His 10th USL Championship goal, first of the season. At 10 altogether all of last season, had an incredible run with Omaha. And he's continued that here at the USL Championship level. The first of the season for Evan Conway makes it 1-0 San Diego.
And the timing of that goal, I mean, right before halftime, in a half that I think San Diego Loyal will tell you wasn't their best. Phoenix with maybe more possession than they thought they would have. Loyal with some giveaways, but to get a goal at the end of that half is big time for this club.
Shabane, we're gonna get 2 minutes of stoppage time added on. Adams who had the assist. King steps up to it.
Big time step there from Darnell King.
2 minutes of stoppage time. Adams in front for San Diego. And we'll get a high kick from Bodley. But Evan Conway, after 9 goals a season ago, he had the 13 for Omaha in their Championship League One season.
Yeah, and
10 the year before that.
Yeah, and it's huge for him to get a goal this early in the season. You know, getting trusted to play that 9 role. I know a lot last season he was playing as a left wing back, kind of getting moved around to the wing, but now he's in his true role as that number 9 striker, and your job is to score goals there, and so well done.
Headed toward the back post. Actually, a very good look at it off the set piece. It's gonna go wide.
Yeah, he had the line there just too high. Just needed to head that down. Yeah, much more of a floated cross, but he just needs to hit that one lower.
Conway continues his streak of every goal having scored here for San Diego being a go-ahead goal.
Not a bad stat to have, especially with the amount of goals he's scored. It's pretty incredible.
And all those late goals in his first season here, and really literally embracing the number 9 by taking that number this season and playing up top.
Yeah, I think he's a number 9 at heart.
Here's
Always
Corona.
has been.
Takes it away for Quito. Now a chance on a counter for Phoenix. Ahead for Trejo. Stoneman over on the angle. And that will do it for the half. So Evan Conway's first of the year puts Loyal ahead 1-0 here at the break.
Great game of soccer so far today from both teams. Some good passing. San Diego Loyal has the edge right now on the scoreline, but pretty even game overall.
Yeah, I thought great pacing, great play on both sides. You're right. Very open first half.
Yeah, but for the amount of, like you just mentioned, openness in this game, you'd think there'd be a little bit more goal scoring opportunities, but there has been some good one-on-one defending to combat that.
So Evan Conway, his first of the season for San Diego, had 1 in the US Open Cup, 9 in league play a year ago, and opens his first of the season here. Just before the end of the half, San Diego leads it 1-0 over Phoenix. Second game of the season, we're on back to Torero Stadium in San Diego.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Gotham Knights.
Premieres Tuesday starting at 8 on the CW San Diego.
San Diego leads Phoenix 1-0 here at the break. Our San Diego Loyal hero of the match today is Sergeant Major Rosalia Schifo of the United States Marine Corps, originally from Orange, California, here in Southern California. Sergeant Major Schifo enlisting in June of 1994, doing recruit training at Marine Corps Recruiting Depot in Parris Island, South Carolina. Member of military police, she's deployed support of Operation Enduring Freedom, serving as a drill instructor, currently enlisted career advisor. She's currently the Command Sergeant Major, 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing, here at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego, our hero of the match. Well, Loyal leading at 1-0 in the Evan Conway strike. A beautiful 1-2 punch from Conway. He gets the first for San Diego. And these two sides now, upwards of 10 times they have played because of all the regional competition the last few years. Great rivals.
Yeah, and last year, obviously, San Diego Loyal sweeping them, but Phoenix has them in the all-time series. There has been some craziness to the rivalry as well, to say the least, but it's been a good ride between these two teams and only looking to grow.
Evan Conway had the first against Phoenix last year in the 3-2 victory for San Diego a season ago, and then they would come back with a win at home as well, 3-0 for San Diego. But incredible, look at this, the parity in the series, the rivalry of the series. You mentioned everything that happened at the end of 2020.
And the all-time leading scorer, Rubio Rubin, he's only played 2 games against Phoenix and scored 4 goals against them. And obviously, that little blip with San Diego Loyal propelled him into his new team with Salt Lake in the MLS.
It was part of a 7-goal stretch in 5 matches for Rubio Rubin there. So a great rivalry between these two sides. March 6th, San Diego had their day of service here throughout San Diego. Loyal throughout the day with players and staff volunteering at 7 organizations who work tirelessly to make a difference in the community. Humble Design, the Ronald McDonald House, the Gary Sinise Foundation, Just in Time for Foster Youth, the Helen Woodward Animal Center, Father Joe's Villages, Junior Achievement. By the day's end, there were 60 volunteers who put in a total of 190 hours throughout San Diego County in support of these 7 community organizations. Loyal's commitment to the community will not stop there. To learn more and decide to volunteer, visit sdloyal.com/community. Now Loyal leading it here, 1-0 The Evan Conway late goal. Right on back, halftime here in San Diego.
Get ready to wave the flags. Get ready to bang the drums. Get ready to light the smoke. Get ready to shine.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
For over 75 years, we've witnessed moments that will last forever. Records and trophies, firsts and onlys, game-changing innovations. From the heroes we admire to the joy of watching them play. Our history defines us, inspires us, and pushes us into the future. Celebrating 75 years of changing the game. Puma, forever faster.
Get ready to wave the flags. Get ready to bang the drums. Get ready to light the smoke. Get ready to shine.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. Some are bold. Others are complex. Some are, well, a little spicy. But at Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion. Salud.
One goal to none, San Diego in front, with Evan Conway putting Loyal ahead here. Second week of the USL Championship for 2023. And the league continues to make huge moves with some of these signings, some of these call-ups. We mentioned Duran Ferri on the under-17 team. Louisville sending one of their great young center backs in the country to the under-20 squad.
Yeah, and on top of that, him going to Benfica, at least that's the rumor, or if it's official, I'm not too sure. Got the transfer news. Douglas Martinez, a former San Diego Loyal player, big-time player for Sacramento Republic, now going to Indy 11.
Makes them even tougher. That's a great club, too. So Martinez on the move. Scoreboard here from the second full week of contests as we wrap things up in San Diego today on this Sunday afternoon. Sacramento and Charleston, the draw. Same for Orange County and Tampa Bay. Late strike there. San Diego be on the move here. They'll be going on the road coming up. This is the upcoming schedule, which includes Las Vegas and Orange County on Saturday. We'll be on the road at Sacramento and then at Phoenix. Playing them in quick succession. Jackson Simba making the team of the week in the USL. With his strike, they gave San Diego a 1-0 victory over Detroit. So congratulations to Simba. Jackson Kasanzu, they're making the team of the week. And here are the power rankings. How about San Diego up to 4?
Yeah, it's always funny to see power rankings this early in the season. You know, a lot of it is kind of what you've gone off last season, maybe a few signings that you have, but those look good so far. I'm okay with them.
San Antonio atop, of course. San Diego in the number 4 spots. So 1-0 at the break here. We're back. Halftime coverage continuing from Torero Stadium in San Diego.
This is why. These kids, these happy, healthy kids, they're the reason Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego was the first in the world to use ultra-rapid whole genome sequencing to diagnose and begin precise treatment for a critically ill baby in just 13 hours, taking a family from desperation to treatment. Because at Rady Children's, your kids always come first.
Now we're at a point where we are ready to grow in a real way.
Adventure awaits. USC Credit Union is now Blue Peak. From buying your first first home, the booking that bucket list trip, or saving for your golden years, Blue Peak is here to support all of your life adventures, and we've been doing it for more than 85 years. Today, we are proud to serve broad and diverse communities and deliver the personalized service you deserve. So go ahead, blaze your own trail, and become a Blue Peak member today. Visit us online at bluepeak.com.
Welcome back. I did think you'd serve longer.
We got an early release.
Good behavior.
Yeah, being good. We're thieves. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known, but we're gonna fix it.
You know not the scope of my power.
We're not doing this for the money.
So we'll keep your share then.
Dungeons and Dragons. Honor Among Thieves. Rated PG-13.
Conway ahead of Phoenix Rising, 1-0 as we reach the halftime break at Torero Stadium. A late first half goal for Conway, his first of the season. He's given San Diego a 1-0 advantage. The first half highlights are presented by the Rincon Tribe. As San Diego goes ahead, but it was a back and forth first half, Salzizo, beginning early on.
Yeah, early on, Phoenix was doing really well to play out of that really high press and aggressive press from Loyal. Created a few half chances, but just couldn't convert anything. Koke Venegas made a few nice saves. Here's a good stop. Didn't really spill anything as well, which was key. Here's another good run. Springs Trejo and leads to some good one-on-one defending from Grant Stoneman.
That was one of the great plays of the half. You mentioned the one-on-one defending that San Diego had to do. It's a great example of it from that first 45 minutes.
Yeah, just forces him wide. Doesn't allow that shot to go through his legs. Here's that quick throw in from Alejandro Guido. For all you youngsters, the quicker you can throw the ball in, the more opportunities you'll have if you wait, let the other team get set up. It's less likely.
Even still, back and forth in this first half.
Yeah, I think, and then, you know, Phoenix started to gather some steam right here. I think Loyal was starting to get tired of maybe them breaking out of their press, so maybe a few guys weren't going 100%, but here you go, just took one giveaway. Charlie Adams in a good spot and great ball, and this first touch from Conway is huge. And really, it just freezes the goalkeeper. He thinks he's gonna go far post and just snipes it to the low right-hand corner, and he's got no chance.
First of the year for Evan Conway. Look at the possession total, 65-35 in favor of Phoenix.
Yeah, and that's not something you tend to see a lot in San Diego Loyal games, especially at home. I've never seen a number that high. But look, Phoenix has done really, really well, and it goes to show you, I mean, look, they have 9 shots to San Diego's 2, but it's about putting the ball in the back of the net, and when you have a lethal striker like Conway, who's scored 20-plus professional goals in his career and still at a really young age, it's huge. And so it'll be key to see if Phoenix has that player to put it in the back of the net, and then are we going to see San Diego's new signing in Ronaldo Damus?
Yeah, Damus could be a second half option here for Nate Miller and Loyal. He is available, signed this week off the 2021 USL Championship final. And Loyal, after playing Phoenix at home today, gets them yet again on the first over in Arizona.
Yeah, and that's somewhat odd to see. You know, early in the season, you play them your 2 games and then you're done. So they got another tough one on the road at Sac Republic, who obviously went to the Open Cup finals last year against Orlando.
That's a decent schedule to start out 2023.
Yeah.
So Matthew Corrigan, we're ready to roll.
With those games coming up, you know, how important, how key is it to get 6 points in your first 2 home games? And so far the result is headed San Diego Loyal's way, but still a half a soccer to go.
So Phoenix with the shot total advantage and the possession advantage, yet San Diego has the opportunity, each side one on frame, and Conway's was converted. We are rolling here in the second half. Again, San Diego starts off with good pressure, as they did in the first few minutes. of the opening half. Bodley on the pressure against Lambert.
That's some good pressure there from Loyal. You see at times they're going to leave a few guys open on the far side because it's very difficult to hit a 50 to 60 yard ball across the field to that open player.
Phoenix on the move. Barella. Trejo's making a run. Instead he goes out wide. Moon. Defensive look. And this will be a corner, but well defended by Nick Moon. Phoenix for the opening quarter of the half. And we're going to whistle here as Corona tried to clear and was knocked down. So a restart to San Diego. Away from the ball, there was an injury for Rising. It was away from the play. The ball went near post. Looks like Kevin Lambert is down at the far post.
Yeah, it looks like they just bumped heads a little bit. Maybe hit him on the side of the cheek.
The referee called out both sides' training staffs again, just to be sure, just to be cautious, just to check in.
Yeah, I think because it's a head injury, both players have to go off. You see Grant Stoneman asking there, I have to come off too, I'm fine, but it's protocol.
And now both players are back on, so we are at full strength. Trejo trying to pick it back up. Bodley go out wide. Trejo leaves it for Arteaga. Stays with it, makes a run to the touchline, and it will go high.
Skips all the way across there, but just can't keep that shot down. That's really tough to get that one on frame.
Ebby. Laying it down the line, looking for Conway, the goal scorer in the first half. Whistle, and we're going to get another check injury-wise on the far side of the field. This is Varela, who is down.
Grabbing the back of his head again.
Replays here today are brought to you by IBEW 569, the Electricians Union.
Maybe on the way down, might have clipped Akon's heel.
Great crowd on hand here today in San Diego. Well over 5,000 for the second straight match. A little bit of rain here as well. Conditions for soccer here at Torero Stadium. Quick whistle, Harvey going down. Restart for Phoenix. Barella back up at it. Moon defending. Tiaga squaring, middle of the field. Wide. Uzo. Across, Kyle Adams is there.
Good spot from Kyle Adams there to drop in, knowing that cross is going to come behind Bodily.
Uzo leaves it for Trejo. Doing well to switch, going back and forth. Now giveaway. Adams steps up for Guido. Look at the head. It's Conway again. He's got Moshe Bane on the run. Conway. Toomey will come back to it. Adams squaring up. Just off the side of that powerful left foot.
Yeah, Charlie just trying to sweep across it. San Diego playing the counterattack game. I think, you know, they're okay with Phoenix having possession for a little bit, but when they are able to pick them off, they do have options forward. And Phoenix needs to be careful with some of these giveaways in bad locations.
Pushing now with Zambrano. Trejo out wide. Uzo. It's the crossover. Kyle Adams. Grant Stoneman there. Guido makes the turn. And taken down with a whistle. There's a card.
Yeah, rightfully so there. I think if Guido gets past him, it's 3v2 in the back. With Conway and Moshe Bane in front of him. Just clever to let that pass go, and just, yeah, it goes right through him there.
And to your point, would have created a potential breakaway and advantage.
Yeah, I think that's a good yellow card. Even a good yellow card to take for Phoenix, really.
Sure. Moshe Bane ahead, looking for Conway. Novo well to come out to it. Stoneman does well to just, with the player on his back, to just knock it down to his defensive midfielder Corona there. Keep possession. So many center backs there will just try to get anything on it and head it, and he's able to knock it down almost as a pass. Well, here's Vegas working that back line for San Diego. Conway flicking ahead, looking for Moon. Moon into the box, leaves it for Moshe Bane. Guido trying to pick up the pieces. The touchline. San Diego called for a handball. It's still alive. Corona. And finally taken away. Ebby steps up to it. You get a whistle here, some pushing and shoving afterward.
Oh man, what a sequence of events right there. Conway plays a lovely ball into Moon, and Moon unselfishly looks like he's gonna tuck it in, and then just plays a perfect ball to Moshe Bane here. And really, it's the right decision. I think Moshe Bane just really mishits it. I think if he just gets anything on it, anything in the air at all, it's over the keeper there. And then Guido right here, crossing. Some argues of a little handball there, comes off the elbow of the Phoenix player.
After all of that, the two college teammates out of Milwaukee, Moon and Conway, combining for a little run there. But now San Diego will restart just outside the box. Charlie Adams, Joe Corona standing over this one.
Yeah, and as much as maybe you think Moon should have taken that shot, I think it was the right choice to playing it across Moshabani. I mean, I think his opportunity was a lot better than Moon's.
Adams will swing this one in, and Novo will take it.
But good passing movement nonetheless for Loyal there. They need to have some more of that. You see another type of breakaway, and that one started from Koke Vegas playing that long ball. Actually, Mick Moon was going up, contesting for it, and was able to spin off of it and get in behind. Well done by him to stay with the play. Smart play from Guido there with the switch.
Moon, great first touch. Bring it down with the left foot this time. Casanova. Kyle Adams stepping to Danny Trejo.
Again, another great step from Kyle Adams. He knows with him going there, can't let himself get beat by Trejo, and holds his ground and steps firm.
Nice idea from Adams and Conway. There's another of those quick throw-ins.
Yeah, that's the Nate Miller special, quick throw-ins. He loves his players doing that.
And for Nate Miller, guys like Tumi Moshabane and Grant Stoneman and Nick Moon all playing for him in Lansing. And now here in San Diego. Landon Donovan inducted into the Hall of Fame here this year, now the Executive Vice President, the GM. So Nate Miller taking over as first-year head coach. Moon for Guido. Oh, and Novo just diving in front again. San Diego's going on the road here. They're coming up Saturday the 25th against Sacramento Republic. 6 days out, 7 p.m. contest in the state capitol. Face Republic coming up 7 p.m. on Saturday night on the road. Trejo. Leaves it for Varela. Moss coming in. Kyle Adams heading it away. Guido. And for Harvey. Trejo's making a run on the wheel route to the touchline. And San Diego will clear.
I think you're going to see another goal in this game, whether it's from San Diego or Phoenix is to be determined, but as well as Loyal has defended really this whole season in the 3 halves they've played this season. All it takes is one play, as I mentioned, and that's all that happened with Loyal as well, although that second chance may have been the easiest one in the game, and Moshabani puts it away. It maybe puts the game out of reach, but game's still there to be had by both teams.
Yeah, good pace still here as we go into the second half. San Diego, Sal, has probably their deepest team they've ever had in these 4 seasons. The options that Nate Miller has: Elijah Martin, Camden Riley, Jackson Simba, who scored last week, Colin Martin, Elliot Collier, and of course, Ronaldo Damus, who was just signed this week for San Diego off the title in the USL Championship 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Charlie just holding his arm up. I think he may have hurt something there. As you mentioned, I mean,
San Diego taking a look at Captain Charlie Adams, who extended his own club assist record in this game to 13.
What a plus to have a guy like Colin Martin off your bench that would potentially be able to fill in for Charlie Adams if he has to come out of this one.
Well, and Adams just flipped Guido the captain's armband, so that's not a good sign for him returning here. And you hope the captain is all right for San Diego. You're down the injury here in the 60th minute.
Yeah, you hope it's not a muscle injury. You typically see that sometimes when a guy goes down and kind of just holds his hand up like knows he felt something. So
yeah, Colin Martin's getting ready to sub in for Loyal. Elliot Collier is also going to sub in for Nate Miller. And so Adams will come out. Colin Martin is on. And Elliot Collier can come in as well. In fact, for Loyal, they're also going to bring in Ronaldo Damus for the first time. Damus will be in for Tumimo Shabane, making his Loyal debut 2 years removed from the USL Championship MVP in the title game. He makes his Loyal debut here in the 62nd minute, and Elliot Collier will come on to replace Evan Conway, the goal scorer, his first of the season for Loyal. So 3 subs in, one of them because of the injury. That's a big concern for San Diego.
Yeah, 3 subs here. But when you get a dangerous player like Damus out there, paired up with Elliot Collier, a big, strong center striker.
And those two have a much different style of play. Collier at 6'4", and Damus at 5'11", will pair up top now for San Diego.
Yeah, at the end of this game, Loyal may have to go direct, and that may fare well with Collier, and maybe he can flick one on to Damus running in behind.
Here's the corner. Oh, and Lambert got a head on it. It's going to go wide. So Damus joined San Diego just this week. Played with Joe Corona in Sweden after that championship run in the USL in Orange County in 2021. The MVP who scored twice in the final match.
Yeah, I mean, what a dangerous player he was all season for Orange County, and obviously through their playoff run. His last game being that final against Tampa, winning the whole thing. He's someone that at any point in the game with his speed can just kill you. I mean, can just beat you. It's not necessarily going to be his technical ability at times. It's always going to be that pace. He can always be dangerous, and obviously in front of goals, he's proven he can put the ball in the back of the net.
Remember the Haitian national team. And just this week signed by San Diego, his first action now for Loyal. Single match tickets are on sale. They start just $15, including next home match Saturday, April 8th, 2 p.m. Afternoon game Saturday the 8th against Tulsa. SDLoyal.com/tickets for all the info. Phoenix starting the build-up. Arteaga had a chance. King coming back to it.
And, you know, we talked about it a little bit, but Loyal making 3 subs at once, you know, that's 3 different players on the field. It really changes up the flow of the game, and you hope that it improves the game, and you really hope it doesn't if you're a Loyal fan, as that really good chance just happens for Phoenix.
San Diego going to the bench, their first 3 substitutions here of the match. Brought to you by Coralejo Tequila. All of our subs here, potential for 5 on each side. And San Diego makes their first 3, 1 because of injury. The substitutions are brought to you by Coralejo Tequila. And now, speaking of substitutions, Phoenix will make their first. Uzo will check out. Andy Manjoma, see his first action, formerly with FC Dallas. He was listed as questionable coming into today, and so coming off the bench for Phoenix. Manjoma becomes their first sub. Ebby with Moon to his right. He looks up, finds Moon down the line. Net for Collier, his first touch. Collier. Cleared. Adams will play it back for Vegas.
Koke Vegas just so smooth with those long balls. Barely looks like he's swinging his leg, and it's going 50, 40 yards, so maybe he's can convert to being an NFL kicker one day.
Here's Guido. Playing ahead, Damus. The top of the 18. And Novo well out to just clear it away.
And you see Guido already knowing the strength of his players. Damos just lays it out in front of him.
Colin Martin, his first touch coming on for San Diego. Moon. With a left foot, Moon. Novo defending near post.
San Diego starting to knock on the door again. It's important for them to continue to try to play and push the pace of this game. Don't want to sit back.
Novo took a spill there, but was still able to get his kick away cleanly. Manjoma making the run with the right foot. He goes far post, and it's just wide. Adam Stoneman and Vegas were closing down the near angle, and he went wide.
Yeah, Trejo just plays that ball in behind. Just sneaks right in behind Kyle Adams there. I think he got caught in between, thinking maybe he was going to cross it. Ball got caught underneath him again. Just pulled it wide.
Trejo flips it ahead. They play advantage for Arteaga. Across, Manjoma. Back for Harvey. And Koke Vegas right on top of it.
Well done by Koke Vegas to just get down. That ball's hit skimming on the floor. You see it often where it just slides under the goalkeeper's elbow there, but he's able to trap it between him and the floor. He's been doing really well to just not spill anything out. I mean, if that happens at rebound, that could be a tap-in for Phoenix.
Arteaga now with a chance. Vegas backs it away. What a reaction save for Koke Vegas.
Yeah, Phoenix really pushing it now. Loyal just needs to calm the game down in possession.
Guido flicks it ahead to Moose. On his first run. That'll be cleared out for a goal kick.
Another solid save from Vegas there, just parries it to a point where there's no players.
Harvey pushing out wide. King. And just long from Manjoma.
That's a few misplayed balls there from King. Not typical of him. He's been a solid contributor for Phoenix for the last few years. One of the best right backs in the league, and he's also kind of playing more of a central role along with Lambert.
Damo's sticking down. It's an incredible season with Orange County, the championship run. 2 goals. USL Championship Cup. He's the MVP. And he and Joe Corona actually went to the same team professionally in Sweden. And now back reunited here in San Diego. Take it away. Well, Trejo had just come behind him.
It's a huge tackle from Guido there.
Moon with another great first touch. Sending it across.
Just gets under that Moon. I think he's just trying to clip it in behind, and Damus. Tired legs, some sloppy passes from both teams right now. Still 20 minutes plus stoppage time left.
Yeah, only on in the 72nd. San Diego's made 3 subs, Phoenix 1. Loyal suffering a potential injury to their captain, Charlie Adams, who just picked up his 13th career assist with San Diego. The team had 8 assists last season. And they also sub up top, getting both Damus for his Loyal debut and Collier for his second match in a San Diego uniform. Remember, Phoenix had those big possession numbers in the first half. Now building up here. Harvey for King. Njoma with a cross and away from Kyle Adams. It'll be a corner. Phoenix getting set here, late corner. Headed high from Harvey. Vegas was right there. San Diego Loyal Match Day, the ultimate setting for the next group outing. Whether you're entertaining clients, hosting company outings, gathering with friends and family, nothing like experiencing Loyal Match Day here at Torreo Stadium with your group, where tickets start just $10 a person for group tickets. Unlock some unique fan experiences as well with your group. Post-match penalty kicks, photos in the field, pre-game, halftime, festivities, all that information at sdloyal.com/tickets, 858-465-GOAL. You can email tickets at sdloyal.com or online, sdloyal.com/tickets. Here's Collier. Building up. Now for Damus. He'll take it. The first shot it in! Immediately on the field is first for San Diego!
Take a bow, Damus. What a goal. Elliot Collier just driving with the ball, and Damus just takes that touch, gets it to his right foot, buries it. Opportunistic strike, just buries it in the lower right-hand corner, and that's the goal San Diego Loyal needed and was looking for. It'll be very tough for Phoenix now to come back down 2-0 with 15 minutes left.
San Diego adding a world-class goal scorer to their roster just this week, and he picks it up from outside the 18.
That's just a perfect strike to the far post. Maybe took a slight deflection, but he gets it on his right foot. He sees it. He knows what he wants to do, and he hits it with such pace. Just skips right by the goalkeeper there.
A huge addition for Loyal in 2023.
Ends it with the signature Ronaldo celebration.
He's done that his entire career. Ronaldo Damus. That year he won the title with Orange County. He'd been called up for international duty with Haiti. He was back and forth. He was playing across the world. and was absolutely dominant during that playoff run.
Yeah, he's a big time signing for Loyal. Someone who's come in here to help put the ball in the back of the net, and he just did it right now. You lose players like Kyle Vassell and Thomas Among. You need to gain a big time striker, and Damus is that guy.
Immediately finding the net. If you missed any of those interviews with Darren and Jordan, the Always Loyal podcast, they're all archived. They spoke with Simba, with Ronaldo Damus, talking about that celebration, the Cristiano Ronaldo, the Ronaldo Damus celebration. They're all online here, and it's just incredible to watch them do it immediately upon finding the pitch for San Diego. Another Coralejo Tequila substitution. Camden Riley now is on for Joe Corona for San Diego. That's the 4th sub for Loyal. And they'll go out wide. And again, that podcast is available here, telling the stories of San Diego Loyal. Each week, they release it every Wednesday. Breaking news, inside access, interviews. Guys like Joe Corona, Alejandro Guido, Ronaldo Damus, Jackson Simba, all in there with Darren Smith and Jordan Caruth every Wednesday, the Always Loyal podcast. Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can subscribe, rate, and download here today. Ebby's the one down for Loyal here. I've already had one injury. In this match here. Charlie Adams out with an injury. San Diego's made 4 subs. Riley just on here for Corona.
You see there Jackson Simba or Elijah Martin. 2 guys that have played in that spot. Akon looks down. Oh boy. Just pulls up. Hopefully it's not.
Yeah, because that happens in the kind of the off part of the collision there. So
it's those non-contact injuries that tend to be the worst ones. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. It doesn't look like it's, you know, something to be feared like an Achilles or something. Maybe it's calf muscle or something just felt weird for him. But he's going to be a key piece of that center back spot, especially since you mentioned Kyle Adams going to be going to national team duty with New Zealand in a few days.
Yeah, those matches are the 23rd and 26th with New Zealand that Kyle Adams has been called up for. So Ebby, who has been great in these first 2 matches for San Diego. Originally with San Antonio, this one is headed away. Originally from Ghana, he played with San Antonio. In fact, he was here in San Diego in 2021. And then had pandemic. There were issues with trying to get him transferred here to Loyal, and then a yellow card is going to be issued. So he finally was able to get here late last season, which is great. They'd wanted him for years. And he's been amazing these first couple of matches.
Yeah, one day he's got to go on the podcast and tell his whole story. I heard little snippets of it, but yeah, it's taken a while for him to get back to the States and to San Diego ultimately.
This is the yellow.
Oh yeah, you see King kind of almost throw like a left elbow at the back of Alejandro Guido there.
And San Diego did make the sub, so Simba is on for Ebby. And that's the 5th sub for Loyal, but 2 of them have come at injury expense for San Diego in this match. Jackson Conway, who just signed this week with Phoenix, is also going to come on for Darnell King. Conway scoring 23 goals in USL the last 4 years, including time with Atlanta United on their USL side. Now he comes from the MLS club on loan here to Phoenix this week, so he is in.
Yeah, he's someone that Atlanta United think very highly of. He scored goals in Atlanta United 2 USL level last year, and now that he's on loan here, he's looking to continue that.
Right up for Trejo. Arteaga back for Dane Trejo. Harvey for Trejo, and they're looking for Conway. How about Collier through traffic? He was making a run.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that yellow card there. He's in possession of the ball. Just, he's a big, strong guy, so sometimes maybe the referee doesn't take that into account. It doesn't take much for him to throw you to the ground. Yeah, it's look, he's 6'4". I mean,
yeah.
his arm's not necessarily that high. It's below his shoulder, so that's too bad for Loyal because he had Damus in front of him, waiting to receive that one. Turns into a dangerous free kick opportunity for Phoenix.
I'll send it in, and it will go long on the restart. You can buy the newest SD Loyal gear, including kits, the Charlie collection, some unique designs you can't find anywhere else at the San Diego Loyal shop, in person in Mission Valley, and online at theshop.sdloyal.com. So with injuries in this match, Colin Martin is on for Charlie Adams, and Simba is on for Ebby. San Diego also bringing in Riley, Collier, and Damus, who has scored. Ronaldo putting his first in the net for San Diego immediately after his Loyal debut.
I heard he requested the number 8 for his favorite Loyal player.
I think that's
from the first year.
From the first signing, the first lineup. That number 8's a special number here in San Diego.
Yeah, I gave him my blessing to wear it, so yeah.
They called you up and they...
I told him to put it in the back of the net, so. Looks good on him.
The legacy number, number 8 for Sal Zizzo. Now, Ronaldo Damus. Another yellow issued. The replay.
Yellows seem to be coming out a lot towards the end of this game. Phoenix needs to get something back quickly to stand a chance.
San Diego bringing on Simba, who's on the team of the week after that goal last week. Placed the injured Ebby here in this one on the back line. A play to the far post. Arteaga high into the air, and Vegas is there. Chipped in, Stoneman. For Collier. Finds Bodley.
I like what Collier has really brought to this game, his physicality, even his feet. You don't see too many guys that are that big that feel comfortable dribbling the ball at his feet, but it seems like he's playing more of that deep line center striker role, almost as, you know, center mid at this point, trying to close out the game, but embracing it, doing what is needed for the team, and maybe we'll spring Damus again at the end of this game.
Out wide. Of course, the USL on ESPN, ESPN Plus for all the matches. We got Miami FC and the reigning Eastern Conference winners, Louisville City FC. Started the new season of USL on ESPN. Saturday, May 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN 2. At 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, May 13th on ESPN 2. Miami and Louisville. Lambert's going to take it away from Damus.
Something tells me there's might be another one for Damus later. At least another opportunity with Phoenix really pressing numbers up high.
Well, he took the initiative on that goal.
Yeah, it didn't look like there would be much space, and he really just kind of gave it a go and put it in the perfect spot. I mean, if that was a few inches to the left, it looked like the goalkeeper may have saved that.
Simba playing it ahead, looking for Damus. Collier, good early touch. Playing ahead, Damus on the turn. And cleared out. San Diego getting 6 points against Phoenix a season ago. Looking to get 6 in their first 2 matches overall in 2023. Still in play. Trejo coming back to it. Damus coming back to take this one away. A well done tackle.
Yeah, you love to see that from your center striker, willing to do the defensive work.
Colin Martin stepping in front there. We're going to get 5 minutes of stoppage time added on here. Riley. And the stop for San Diego, so 5 minutes added on. Back for Vegas. Sent in, Stoneman again, heads it down, and Riley will clear it away.
Didn't touch him there. Play on, and this is the chance for Damus possibly.
Collier will get it up. On top of the 18, Collier leaving it for Bodley. And it in! Third of the game!
Great goal from Bodley there. This is a left back who's been getting up and down the entire game, but has enough energy past the 90th minute to get into the attack. Elliot Collier doing so well to just be patient with this and laying in a perfect path. Bodily with a great first touch and finish.
Like Bodley's been putting in some work here.
Just the patience here from Collier, then lays it off. Almost seems as if he takes that touch too wide, but finds himself in a great spot to just hit that in.
Wow, what an angle.
Great goal from Bodley again. Nothing better for a left wing back who's been working real hard this entire game, up and down for 90 plus minutes, yet still has the energy to make that run on an overlap. Credit to him, well-deserved goal.
His first in a San Diego uniform, had a cameo appearance 2 years ago. In his first start for San Diego in 2023, he makes it 3-0 in favor of Loyal.
And that solidifies the game for Loyal. Good second half performance. I think they embraced not having possession in the second half. I think maybe it was frustrating them a little bit in the first half. They were trying to win it back so quickly, and I think they just accepted the fact that Phoenix is able to keep it a little bit, and they played more the counter-attack style and definitely created a lot of chances this half.
So 3 goals for Loyal. Guido sends it ahead for Collier. Novo's coming out to it. Now Trejo. And that one too far. It will sail out. So some injury concern for San Diego here, losing 2 players.
Yeah.
They put up 3 goals against a great club in Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why they have a deep roster, right? They've signed a lot of guys. They have guys on the bench with tons of USL experience within this club. I think they'll be just fine as long as these aren't, you know, season-ending injuries. I think they'll be okay to weather the storm.
34 matches in the USL. The balanced 24 teams across the country this season. And Moon takes it away.
Colin Martin getting a little talking to. Maybe some after the play theatrics here. Don't want to get a yellow card with a minute left, up 3-0. That could potentially suspend you after your 5th one later on in the season.
Collier trying to flip it on for Zamus, who scored just minutes into his Loyal debut. Bodley in his first start and returning to the club full time. Gets a start and a goal. Damus, an early goal. Conway gets his first of the season. Martin coming over to this one. And that'll do it. Back-to-back wins to start the season. 6 points for San Diego in the first 2 weeks. And 3-0 is the final over Phoenix.
Damus's goal, in my opinion, was the difference here. Really solidified the win for Loyal. Phoenix was starting to knock on the door really all the way up until that point. Big-time goal from a big-time signing.
Difference maker for San Diego. Our man of the match brought to you by Palomar Health. Here this afternoon as San Diego gets their second win of the season as May tries his Coque Vegas in net.
Yeah, he was solid all night. Had a few key saves, and sometimes it's just, as I mentioned throughout the broadcast, he doesn't spill the ball. I mean, the shots are coming in and he holds them tight, doesn't parry anything, doesn't give those players for Phoenix a second chance. Well-deserved man of the match for him.
3 different goal scorers. Vegas with his second straight clean sheet to start the year. For San Diego, and it's a 3-0 final.
Yeah, that Loyal defense is looking very strong to start the season.
We're back post-game coverage here. 6 points in the books to start the season. San Diego 3-0, the final over Phoenix.
Never underestimate the journey of a champion. Because most champions are seldom celebrated. Palomar Health. Champions of healthcare. Champions for you.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
San Diego wins it 3-0 over Phoenix. 6 points to start the year for Loyal, with back-to-back victories at home in 2023. 3-0 is the final. Our assist of the game is brought to you by Lucia Capital. And it goes to our first goal of the contest, the one scored by Evan Conway, as Charlie Adams was able to get it going for Loyal.
Yeah, he just picks up the ball in the center of the pitch, plays a quick one into Conway, and it's Conway's first touch that makes it. Gets the goalie leaning the other way and pounds it into the near post. But Charlie Adams doing what he does best, just creating that goal. Had 8 assists last year for the team. Has already won this year. Also had the cross that led to the first goal in the first game, so good start for the season for him.
A Lucia Capital assist of the match as San Diego wins it 3-0 over Phoenix. And for Loyal, they've done it now in a couple of different ways. They're using a bit less possession, but able to spring forward, using their new signings, obviously, Bodley and Damus, along with Conway, to get all 3 goals here.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's not the way they drew it up going into this match. They didn't say, hey, we're going to concede possession, but it's kind of how the game developed, and they went with it. It's how well you adapt in soccer sometimes.
This is the first goal for Conway.
And we just saw this, but yeah, Charlie just picking up the ball, Conway checking in a good spot. Can't emphasize how good that finish is, keeping it low at the near post.
That's San Diego made a bunch of subs here late.
And you see Collier his first of 2 assists in this game, but Damus with really is a special goal there. He knows what he's doing all along. As soon as he takes a touch with his right, he's just trying to open up his hips so that he can bend it in. And really, it's an opportunistic hit, and it just he hits it in the perfect spot off the post. Here's Collier's second assist.
Yeah, the build-up.
Yeah, just driving at the ball and bodily. As I said, credit to him being willing to make that run up 2-0 in the 90th minute to get that goal, and it's a lovely finish with his left foot.
So Bodley with the third goal. And even though Phoenix comes away with more shots and more possession, San Diego with more on target, and obviously 3-0 where it matters.
Yeah, and that comes down to finishing, right? Being able to put the ball in the back of the net, that's everything in soccer. And so you can have all the possession, you can have all the shots, but unless you're putting them in the back of the net, doesn't really mean much.
Coque Vegas getting man of the match honors and celebrating here in San Diego with the supporters. Pitch side, well deserved. Back-to-back clean sheets here in San Diego, including the 3-0 victory.
Yeah, he's got that growl there. Become somewhat of a tradition here in San Diego. Dumping the beer on your head. Microbrew capital of the world.
That's right. Well done here in San Diego for all of the goal-scoring opportunities for San Diego today. Vegas with the second consecutive shutouts in front of new Hall of Famer Landon Donovan, Executive Vice President, the General Manager here for San Diego Loyal in his 4th year at the club. As Loyal win it here tonight. Goals 2, 3, and 4 on the season. 3-0 is the victory for San Diego over Phoenix. That's 6 points to start the year in the first 2 home contests for 2023. For Justin Cohen, our producer, Sal Zizzo, I'm Jack Cronin. San Diego undefeated to start the year. That's the final here from Torero Stadium, 3-0 here this afternoon.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.